For a B stance dumbbell hip thrust, you're going to have your feet in a B stance position once you get set up for your hip thrust. So a B stance is basically an easier version of like a single leg hip thrust. It's kind of the intermediate between a regular hip thrust and a single leg hip thrust. So for a regular hip thrust, your feet would be shoulder width or hips width wide. For a single leg or a B stance hip thrust, you're going to bring your feet closer together. So have your lower shoulder blades placed on a lift about 12 or 14 inches off the ground. Feet are going to come in toward each other, and you've got your feet far enough away so that when you lift, your shins are going to end up just about perpendicular with the floor. So now I'm going to keep my working leg flat on the floor, and then the opposite foot is going to jut out in front of me. So I'm actually going to kick my toes up like this and have my heel down on the ground. And this is just so that I have a little bit of push off of this leg, keeping me more stable, but the majority of the work is going to be done with my flat foot. So once that is in position, you're going to have the dumbbell on your hips. You have two ways of loading this. You can either hold just like a normal dumbbell hip thrust in the middle of the hips, or if you want to load the working leg a little bit more, you could offset it and put it off on the same hip as that working leg. So both of those are decent options, but for more stability, you would have it more in the center. Okay, so feet are set up. You're going to keep your eyes looking fairly straight ahead, and I'm pushing primarily right now through my right leg, the foot that's flat on the ground, and every time you lift, you're trying to contract your glutes, and you should feel it predominantly in that working leg.